What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm back with another update on HBAR. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
So HBAR is currently trading at a price point of just over 10 cents. Their market cap is 3.6 billion, which ranks 36th among all cryptocurrencies. And then their circulating supply is up to 35.7 billion out of a max supply of 50 billion, which is about 71.4% in circulation. So HBAR's supply has gradually been climbing. 71% is not near as bad as it used to be. That's only going to be about 28.5% dilution. And dilution has always been one of the biggest drawbacks to HBAR. But pretty soon here, that's not going to be the case. Now, according to CoinMarketCap, HBAR is currently down 82% from their all-time high that they reached 3 years ago of 57 cents. But what I do want you to understand about this is when it reached those levels, there were significantly less HBAR tokens in circulation. And that's kind of what I was alluding to with them releasing the supply. If you look at the all-time chart for HBAR, it doesn't look that great. But if you look at it from a market cap standpoint, we are not that far away from all-time highs. So a lot of people see HBAR's performance right now and they're very disappointed. And I'm not going to sit here and argue that HBAR's been performing amazing, but it's not near as bad as a lot of people think. But anyways, if you guys are looking to buy the dip on HBAR, I recommend using Binance or Coinbase. I think those are the two easiest centralized exchanges to use. But now we'll hop straight into the HBAR news. So this is their X account. And they just reposted HBAR Foundation 14 minutes ago. Multiple financial institutions are a part of the Hedera Governing Council, running nodes governing the network and exploring our developing use cases. Of these, Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank have leveraged the network for stablecoin pilots. But in general, as most of you guys probably know at this point, one of my favorite things about HBAR is their Governing Council. They are connected to so many massive entities, which is why I find it so difficult to imagine them failing. And then 1 hour ago, in our efforts to support the Hedera bridging and interoperability solutions, we've provided a fourth grant to Hashport Network, continuing to make sure they're good. And then 17 hours ago, join us on May 7th alongside Swirlds Labs for a Hedera community meetup in New York City. For any HBARbarians wanting to feature as a speaker or a panelist, you can register your slot here. And I've said it many times and I'll say it again, but I love when HBAR attends events or meetups, because those are some of the best ways to get your name and technology out there. And as I always say, the reality of the crypto market is that we are heavily driven based on hype and speculation. So in crypto, it is very important to build a strong community. And then they posted this on April 10th. The exploration of metaverse identity underscores the need for a human-first approach, prioritizing equality, inclusivity, accessibility, authenticity, and trust. Through our work with the World Economic Forum, Hedera continues to uphold its role in advocating for responsible technology. And just look at the World Economic Forum. They have 4.4 million followers. Hedera has made some enormous connections. But now we'll take a look at some macro news that could affect Hedera's price action, even though it's not directly correlated to Hedera. So this is WatcherGuru's X account. And the big news is what they posted 18 hours ago, the SEC to file a lawsuit against Uniswap. Now, obviously, what's interesting about this is that Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. But I'm going to be honest, if you read through the comments, nobody is worried about this at all. Everyone just keeps saying, okay, if they attack Uniswap, then we'll just create another DEX. And I don't think they're wrong at all, so it'll be interesting to see if they can actually do anything against Uniswap. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And then 19 hours ago, President Joe Biden says today's rising inflation report may delay interest rate cuts. Now, as crypto investors, this isn't really what we want to see. We love interest rate cuts. But as I've said in my last several videos, I believe this is a possible catalyst that could skyrocket the crypto market again once they finally get cut. Is that guaranteed to happen? No, it's not. And I'm also not saying it's going to be anywhere near the Bitcoin spot ETFs or the Bitcoin halving. But I still think it could make the crypto market fly for a couple of days. And to that same point, they posted on April 10th, US inflation rises to 3.5%, higher than expectations. So that's why he's saying what he's saying. And then on April 9th, Fidelity's spot Bitcoin ETF now holds over 10 billion worth of BTC. Now, this is crazy to see because, again, BlackRock's Bitcoin spot ETF is what is getting all of the attention because they are the fastest growing ETF in history. But there is clearly a lot more hype around the Bitcoin spot ETFs than just BlackRock. So after seeing something like this, I genuinely don't understand how there are still people who think crypto is going to fail. Truthfully, as a crypto community, we have never been stronger. But while we're on X, you guys should come over and give your boy a follow, at Crypto Now or Never. I post on here pretty much every single day, so there's some information that you guys probably aren't going to want to miss out on. And then I do also want to take a moment to talk about my private Discord through Patreon. So at the current moment, I have 3 different tiers, but there are many benefits to joining my Discord. For example, this is going to give you guys closer access to me, and you guys are going to be able to track the cryptos that I'm personally buying, selling, considering buying, and even the cryptos that I currently hold. And a lot of the cryptos that we trade in here are microcap gems, less than 10 million in market cap. And the cool thing is I have an amazing amazing community that is also constantly calling out opportunities that they are seeing in the market. Just to give you guys a few examples, I want to give a shout out to my boy Chop, who called out Apu, and Apu is up 1,239% since my last buy alert on March 21st. And actually, it had a pretty big dip after March 21st. So if you bought into that dip, you could be up over 3,000% right now. And then the other massive one was my boy Manchester calling out MindAI at a $1.9 million market cap, and it ran up 1,642% in 5 days. Both of those projects are life-changing gains. And then one of my biggest calls personally in here was GraphLink Protocol, which made over a 40x. So in general, if this sounds like something you guys might be interested in, I have the link right here on my YouTube homepage, and it's also in the description of the video. I would love to have you guys in here. We're building a very strong community. But now for the fun part of this video, I'll get into some technical analysis. So this is HBAR on the daily time frame, and I'll actually go ahead and clear up a little bit of my previous work. So to be honest with you, HBAR actually played out exactly how I warned in my last video, and that was me saying that I'm going to shift bearish on HBAR because we broke beneath the 21-day and the 50-day. So I said, even if we are trading in a little bit of a falling wedge, you need to be very careful that if we do get the breakout, price action would come up and get rejected off of the 21-day. And that is exactly what happened. We had a textbook bearish retest. So I'm going to say the exact same thing in this video that I said in the last video, and that is that I will not be bullish on HBAR until we get back above these moving averages. Because even if we get the breakout, there's always that chance that we get rejected off of these levels. And if that happens, there's still a reality where price action falls all the way down to about 9.5 cents, which actually isn't that far from here. But then if it broke those levels, it can fall all the way down to about 8.5 cents. So in the meantime, we would definitely like to see HBAR get back above these levels. Now, you could argue that HBAR is forming a falling wedge, which falling wedges break up 68% of the time, and this one in particular has a measure move to just over 13 cents. Now, is this guaranteed to play out? No, it's not. And there's also a pretty good chance that if it did play out, that we would come up and have a double top. Now, again, obviously that's not guaranteed, but it's something to keep your eyes on. But that's about all there is to HBAR right now. Just watch these levels. Now, lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. And honestly, there's not a whole lot to talk about on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just been trading sideways for about the last 3 weeks. And to be honest with you, I don't really see a whole lot changing. The reality is that the Bitcoin halving is right around the corner. Unless we end up dropping, I don't really see us skyrocketing. And the reason for that is because if you look at the weekly time frame, we are still trading way above all of the moving averages. And if you go back in Bitcoin's history, we always come back and retest these levels. So from a technical analysis standpoint, it makes perfect sense to just either trade sideways or slightly downtrend. And then we could possibly get a bounce off of the 21-day. Now, obviously, this is also not guaranteed. If there's all of a sudden something extremely bullish from a macro standpoint, then Bitcoin could skyrocket to 100K tomorrow. That's the power of crypto. But TA would suggest that we are either going to slightly downtrend or trade sideways, at least until the Bitcoin halving. But at the end of the day, just remember anything can happen in crypto. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think HBAR will go this bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.